The Grayson County Cougars look for their first win of the brand new year as they take on the Franklin County Flyers in a game at Bowling Green High School. Grayson County coming in off of their longest game since their head coach was their starting point guard. It's a new chance for the Cougs to pick up win number 1 of 2023. And a good afternoon and welcome to Bowling Green High School courtside for this afternoon's coverage of the Grayson County Cougars taking on the Franklin County Flyers, the first all-time matchup between the two programs. Sam Gormley here with you on the call. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in to this afternoon's coverage. Coming up on our locker room show, we're going to introduce you to both teams. We'll talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston, and give you the starting lineups. That comes up and more right here on Litchfield's Country Station, 103.9 The Moose.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
In Litchfield,
we know windows and doors.
the builder's choice.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the locker room show. Grayson County and Franklin County about ready to get underway, and our abridged locker room show is game number 1 of the day here at the Bowling Green tournament or Invitational. It was a dandy. Barron County ended up defeating Muhlenberg County in overtime by, 9 points, something like that was the final score. But Muhlenberg County was down about 6 with 3 minutes to go, came back tied. Both teams had chances to win at the buzzer, and there was a really good blocked shot on the last play of regulation that sent the game in overtime. So because of that, we're kind of having to speed up and get you introduced on both of these teams. First off, for Franklin County, they enter the game with a record of 7-6, 1-3 in the 41st district. Leading scorer is Andrew Chenault. He's averaging 12.4 points, 7.7 rebounds a game. Got a really good shooter in Zach Cox, number 23. He's shooting, just a casual 37.2% from 3. That'll get it done. He's a really talented player. And the thing with this Franklin County team is, as far as height, they're not the tallest team in the world, but they're going to beat you with athleticism. They're very athletic. They're very quick, especially at the guard position for Franklin County. For Grayson County, some news as we start. Cougars going to be without one of their best players. River Blanson will not play tonight. He is dealing with a little bit of an injury. They're hoping that it is nothing too serious and it is more of a precautionary reason as him not playing in today's game. So instead, you turn to Jack Logston. The 8th grader has been playing incredibly well as of late. He's averaging 14.5 points, 5.7 rebounds per game. Camden Brothers will also be expected to step up, as will Landon Haycraft. But it's the 8th grader Spencer Langdon that made his first career appearance against Muhlenberg County. He's a great shooter, number 2 out there on the floor, and you might be seeing a little bit more of the 8th grader in this game here today. We'll take a break. Talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Travis Johnston, after this, as this is Cougar Basketball on the Moose.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to pva.org to learn how you can make a difference.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiving was new and scary. I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And once we discovered that Wounded Warrior Project not only had programs for my brother, but they had them for me and my son as well, we really began engaging with other families, and it turns out there's a lot of them who are just like ours.
A tree can be unifying, inviting diverse communities to gather over common roots. A tree can be innovative, effortlessly pulling carbon from the air. A tree can be noble, actively nurturing life in an uncertain world. The Arbor Day Foundation has been planting trees for 50 years, in every season and soil, every climate and corner of the earth.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose. Sam Gormley joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. Coach, you're coming off your longest game since, as you would say, there was a point guard that shot too much back in 2009. Double overtime. How do you read into a game like that, and what were your takeaways since we didn't get to talk after it?
You know, I thought our defense was really, really good. I mean, you hold a team to 39 points in regulation, you think you're going to win, and the ball didn't go in for us the first half. We just didn't shoot very well. But Muhlenberg they're a team that's used to winning. They're at home. They're two-time defending regional champs, and they were 2-11, but one of their best players hadn't played since game 2. In the Johnson kid, and he was a difference maker in that game, and we hadn't got to see him. We didn't watch any film of him because that was game 2 was the last time he had played. So it's never good to lose, but we didn't lose to a 2-11 Muhlenberg County team. They're a good team, and they're well coached, and they can also guard too. It was a pretty good defensive battle, but we just got to find ways to get the ball to go in the hole a little bit more.
No River in this game. How do you combat that?
Go smaller, more shooters. Hopefully we got some guys that we can throw out there that won't hesitate. We may have to – you may see a little bit more zone from us tonight instead. But they're not a very big team. They have the big kid inside, and they got really quick guards, but they're not overly big. And so I even think we can still match up with them a little bit that way. But in particular on offense, we're going to have to go with a little bit more shooting.
Speaking of shooting, you got one of your shooters back on Thursday in Spencer Langdon. I know he didn't score, but what does he bring to your team once he really continues to get healthy and get back in the flow?
Well, he in the varsity game, he had a wide-open look, and it rolled around the rim 3 times and dropped out. And in the JV game, he was a exceptional and willing passer, had 2 or 3 assists, and then ended up with 5 points in about 6 minutes. And that's what he brings us into an offense. And he's still laboring on his foot a little bit, but he's getting it back. And yesterday in practice, he started 0 for 2 from 3, but the next one was no hesitation. Then he hits 3 in a row, then he misses 1, makes 2 in a row. And it opens the floor for everybody else. So hopefully he can provide us with some outside shooting tonight.
Franklin County, we've talked a couple of times this year that you've gone up against teams that have had a guy who can go out and drop 25. They got a couple of guys who can, but they don't necessarily have that guy who's averaging over 20, 25 points a game. What do you see from them?
The big kid's pretty good inside. I do think we have a good matchup with Dylan. Now, if Dylan's out of the game, we'll have to do some different things. But they have one guy who can really, really, really get hot in Cox, number 23. Very, very streaky. So we have to make sure that we're finding him early, not let him get going, because he's one of those players, just looking on film, that if he starts making some shots, he starts to get a little bit of swagger, and he can make some crazy shots and some deep shots as well. So we got to keep him in check while keeping those other little guards out of the lane. They played last night. You didn't. Does that mean anything? It could, but they also lost last night, so it may have ticked them off a little bit and get them ready to go. Some teams are different. Some teams want to play that next game. I don't think with them, the way that's quick as they are and as hard as they play, I don't think it'll be a fatigue thing at all. But it just depends. It just depends on what kind of team they are. If they're one that gets mad or one that comes out and says, "Hey, we're upset we lost." But I'm sure we'll get the version of they're ready to go.
Coach, good luck. More here coming up in the locker room show after this.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Grayson County and Franklin County just about 6 minutes away from getting underway here today from Bowling Green High School. The Cougs taking the court right now, starting to do their warm-ups again, just getting loose before this game begins. Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Flyers of Franklin County with a record of 7-6. Sophomore guard Caius White. He's averaging 5.8 points and 3.4 rebounds per game. Zach Claudio is the senior guard. He's averaging 8 points and 4.2 rebounds a game. Gavin Hurst, the junior guard, 5'8", 3.6 points and 1.9 rebounds per game. The big man in the middle, Andrew Chenault, 6'4", 180 pounds. He leads the team in field goal percentage, free throw percentage, points per game, and rebounds. That's 12.4 points and 7.7 rebounds. And then Zach Cox, the shooter, averaging 11.2 points, 2.7 rebounds a game. Once more, that starting lineup is White, Claudio, Hurst, Chenault, and Cox. The assistant coaches are Jordan Brown, Derek King, Matthew Lee, Eric McKee, and Ryan Schneider. And the head coach in his second season is Jonathan Moore. Starting lineup for the Grayson County Cougars. Senior guard number 3, Braden Childress, averaging 6.3 points per game. Caden Hanshaw is the 8th grade guard, 6.7 points, 1.6 rebounds. Landon Haycraft getting the start in place of River Blanton. 2.5 points and 1.9 rebounds a game. Camden Brothers, the big man in the middle, 6'4", 3.6 points, 1.8 rebounds. And Jack Logston, the 8th grader, 14.5 points, 5.7 rebounds. Childress, Hanshaw, Haycraft Brothers, Logston, assistant coaches Brian Hill, Brett Johnson, Daryl Meredith, Mike McClintock, and the head coach Travis Johnston. The play-by-play is next on the Moose.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans? From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service. Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
Of our afternoon clash between the Flyers of Franklin County and the Cougars of Grayson County. All the play-by-play comes up next after one more break. It's Grayson County Cougar basketball on the Moose.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
They've announced starting lineups here at Bowling Green High School. For Franklin County, it is White, Claudio, Hurst, Chenault, and Cox. For Grayson County, it's Childress, Hanshaw, Haycraft, Brothers, and Logston. Grayson County is without River Blanton today, their second leading scorer. He will not play, dealing with just a little bit of an injury. The hope is that it is nothing too serious or too long-term. As it's time for basketball in Bowling Green. The Grayson County Cougars and the Franklin County Flyers, the first all-time matchup between these two teams. In a Saturday afternoon clash at Bowling Green High School. Both these teams played at Bowling Green last year. So the opening tip will be Logston to jump against Chenault for Franklin County, and the opening tip is controlled by the Flyers. They will be pushing from left to right on your radio dial, wearing the navy blue jerseys with a gold stripe up each side of the pant legs and the white numerals. It's a pass off to the right side to Cox. Franklin County enters the game with a record of 7-6. They lost last night to district rival Western Hills by a final score of 52-44. You heard Travis Johnston talk in the open. Not really sure how that might mean. I mean, sometimes teams coming off of a loss could turn this into back-to-back losses, especially playing against an unfamiliar opponent on a Saturday afternoon about 2 hours away from where you're used to playing at. Right wing Hurst for Franklin County. Their leading scorer is Chenault down low, but Cox, who has it deep on the left wing right now, is a great shooter. Out front, they barely gotten the ball inside the arc. His Cougars are going with zone defense and zone pressure to start. Passing off to Cox. Cox drives near baseline, now picks it off with a bounce pass. Hurst, three, right wing. Hurst in and out. Logston rips down the rebound for Grayson, and here comes the first offensive possession of the game for Grayson County. Landon Haycraft passes down to the right block off the hand of Brothers, and it's picked up underneath by the Flyers, who are flying down the far side of the floor. Bounce pass to the right wing to Hurst. Hurst into the near corner, three by Cox. It's off the back of the iron, bounces off of the back of the iron again, and Camden Brothers goes high off the glass to grab the loose board. Smacks it off to Childress. Childress pushing up the near side of the floor, poked away from Cox from behind. He gains it back, shoots it up on the right side, not there. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Franklin County. He loses it. Childress loses it again on the right block, and I think we're going to have a foul called, or it's out of bounds. It's a foul going to be called on Franklin County. As it comes and happens on the inside, it is going to be whistled on Gavin Hurst for Franklin, his first, team's first. He'll stay on the floor as it's passed down front to Dylan Horn. Horn into the far corner to Logston. Logston double teamed as Franklin goes zone as well. Logston pulls up 7 feet far side. It's not there. Rebounded on the floor, picked up by White, who pushes up the near side of the floor. White gets down from 10 feet, spins it around, gives it to Chenault, who cuts down the lane, and there's our first baskets of the game. Chenault gives Franklin County the 2-0 lead, and now we have a steal on the inbounds. It's taken, passing down to the right side to White. He'll go up and lay it in. A quick 4-0 run by Franklin after neither team scored through the first about 1 minute and 55 seconds. Braden Childress passes it in the middle to Horn. Horn off into the near corner here to Haycraft. Grayson County's got to break the timeline, and they do to Logston at the half-court line. Logston up the near side. It's out of bounds off of Franklin County. As what happened is a Franklin County player, Cox, was trying to get around the defender, and it was knocked out, and it ended up hitting him off of his right thigh. Horn to trigger for Grayson. And he gives it into Braden Childress. The officials for today's game, Franklin Brule and Winders. As Braden Childress has it on the left wing. Bounce pass to the right elbow to Horn. Grayson County coming off of a double overtime loss to Muhlenberg County last time out. It was their longest game since 2009. Logston in the near side, spins down, shot off the left side is a little short. Rebound on the floor, ripped back by Logston, and a jump ball is going to keep possession with Grayson. Tell you, Jack Logston to start the year was only averaging about 3 rebounds a game. His totals have gone up closer to the 6 mark. He's just rebounding with a lot more authority as of late. Childress to trigger, pass into the far corner. Brothers left all alone for 3, and it's a little too long on the 3. Rebounded on the inside by Franklin County, and here come the Flyers looking to push as White has it into the near corner to Cox. Cougars sticking with the zone pressure, something that Travis Johnston mentioned that he would probably want to do more of with Grayson County being without one of their best players, River Blanton. 3 on the far side is missed by the Flyers, rebounded on the floor by Grayson County's Horn. Out to the far side to Logston, outlet pass far corner. Brothers thought about the 3, dribbles in front of the Franklin County bench and throws it away. 4-0, Franklin County leads Grayson. 4:39 left to play here in the opening quarter from Bowling Green High School. And it'll be Gavin Hurst to trigger from just about in front of our vantage point. Zach Bradsher enters the game for Grayson County. Bradsher, 2.1 points, just under 1 rebound a game. He's a shooter, though, shooting just about 42% from 3 on the season. Grayson County, though, still looking for their first bucket early on in this game. Bounce pass, right wing 3, White up off the back of the iron, out of bounds, and the ball will go out of bounds. It's knocked out from behind by White on the free throw attempt. 4:22 left to play here in the first quarter. 4-0, Franklin County on top. Horn to trigger. The pressure for Franklin County is giving Grayson County some fits, and it's one of these things that, it might almost be a good thing that they're having to learn to play without River Blanton. Childress breaks the timeline across the far side, picks it off into the far corner to Bradsher. He stutter-stepped a little bit, had to find Childress. Out front, Haycraft. He'll take the 3, and he'll put it in. Landon Haycraft puts the Cougs on the board. It's 4-3. Grayson County trails by 1, but a nice 3 there for the sophomore Landon Haycraft. He's been shooting the 3 much better as of late after opening the year 1 of 15 from that mark. Cox in the near corner for Franklin, guarded by Horn. Bounce pass right wing, Claudio. Picked up by Haycraft. Swings it off to the left side now to White. Grayson County sticking with this looks like a 3-2 zone defense. And Franklin's just been able to take their time. Most of their shots have come from the outside. Childress gets his hand in the passing lane and takes it away. Fast break opportunity for Grayson. Childress drives down the right side, lays it in. Grayson County's got their first lead, 5-4, 3:23 left in here. The first quarter of play. At the top of the key, it is White. Passes off to the right wing to Cox. Ball fake off left side now, White. Zone pressure for Grayson. Give it to Cox. He thought about pulling up a deep 3. Instead, he'll drive in, back it off. Left side, bounce pass inside to Chenault, and it's kicked on the inside by Grayson County. 2:57 left to play here in the first quarter of play. Caden Hanshaw will come into the game for Grayson County. In his place. And also into the game will be Brody Armstrong. Armstrong on Tuesday against Todd County Central was pretty darn good, considering that he had played, I think, 2 minutes in his varsity career. He came off the bench and had 8 points and 5 rebounds and took a charge. Deep left wing 3 by Cox. He puts it in, nothing but net. Can't give Zach Cox an inch because he'll make you pay. Cox shoots 60%. Or 37.2% from 3-point range this season. Franklin County retakes the lead. We have a kick ball called on White. Into the game now for Franklin County is going to be Tyler Broyles. Appeared in every game, 3.3 points, 2.6 rebounds a game. 7-5, Franklin County leads Grayson County. 2:38 left to play in the first quarter of play. On the far side, Hanshaw. Hanshaw, bounce pass right wing, Bratcher. Bratcher tried to get it back to Hanshaw, but it's knocked back into the Franklin County bench and into the hands of Jonathan Moore, the second season head coach at Franklin County. Overall record 27-57. Prior to that, he was the head coach at Carroll County High School. Up on I-71, about halfway in between Louisville and Cincinnati. 3 left wing, Longston. It's off to the right. Bratcher slapped the rebound into the face of Cox. An outlet pass to Chenault. He loses it on the right block, and the loose ball is picked up by Bratcher for Grayson. Outlet pass to Haycraft, who's quickly double-teamed in front of the Grayson County bench, and he loses it out of bounds off of Franklin. 2:08 left to play in the first quarter, 7-5. Grayson County trails Franklin County. Franklin County opened up 4-0 run. Grayson County had an answer for a 5-0 run. Armstrong out front to Longston, who had to corral the low pass. Back now to Hanshaw, who's going to slow down and set up the offense. Hanshaw straight away picked up by White. Hanshaw drives in, kicks it in the near corner. Longston, 3 is up, and it is short. Haycraft with a nice rebound. He dumps it off and feeds Armstrong on the far side, but before Haycraft was fouled. It's called on Tyler Broyles, his first, team's second. Landon Haycraft comes out. Spencer Langdon comes into the game for Grayson County. Langdon will take a 3 right away. It's not there, but the long rebound chased down and won by Claudio. Fast break for Claudio. Off the glass. Shot's not there. Rebound tapped off and run down long by Cox, who dives into the Grayson County bench. Kept the ball alive. Back down to Claudio. Back out to Cox on the left side. Has the defender go by. Cox off the right side. Flip shot good for Zach Cox. He's got 5. And Franklin County leads 9-5. Minute and a half left to play here in the first quarter. Hanshaw, the 8th grader, running the point for Grayson. Passes off to Logston on the far side. Bumps, no whistle. Into the middle to Armstrong. Armstrong straight away. Thought about the 3. The hesitation allowed the defense to take it away. Cox spins down the right lane. Fade, jump pass. No one's there. Langdon runs it down. Langdon gives it off to Hanshaw. Hanshaw has it stripped away. Taken away by Claudio. Down to Cox. Cox.
Basketball number 23.
Has 7 points in this game. Spencer Langdon, an outlet pass to Bratcher on the right wing. Bratcher has his pass knocked back into his hands and out of bounds. Re-entering the game for Grayson County, Dylan Horn and Braden Childress. Brody Armstrong and Caden Hanshaw will come in his place. Be Zach Bratcher to trigger from in front of his own of the Franklin County bench. We're just going to set up the offense. Grayson County trails 11-5. 49 seconds to play. Childress floater in the lane is off to the left. Rebound is a foul on the rebound is going to be called on Horn. For Horn, that is his first and the team's first. Camden Brothers re-enters for Grayson. Dylan Horn will take a seat here with 45.5 seconds left to play here in the first quarter of play. 40 seconds. Appears that the Flyers will hold for the final shots. As into the game is Caden Russell, the freshman, 2.1 points a game. He's got it in between the circles. Into the near corner, a 3 is up and fouled on the 3. Spencer Langdon fouls the 3-point shooter, Dominic Taylor. And Taylor will have 3 free throws. For Langdon, his first and the team's second. Dominic Taylor will have 3 free throws coming. Taylor is an 83.3% free throw shooter, but that first one rattles out. Franklin County coached by Jonathan Moore in his second season here. We mentioned he was prior to that head coach at Carroll County. Before becoming a head coach, he was an assistant coach at George Rogers Clark for 2 years. Spent 5 years at Paul Lawrence Dunbar as well. Second free throw good by Taylor. And then also has been an assistant at Franklin County. When he was at Dunbar, though, he was an assistant coach when the Flyers won the 2016 state, or rather when the Bulldogs of Paul Lawrence Dunbar won the state championship in 2016. As the free throw was missed, rebounded and put back in, though, by Chenault. The Flyers are rolling early on. It's 14-5. Bratcher into the middle, over to the far side to Childress. Back now to Logston with 13 seconds left. Just Spencer Langdon on the left wing. Out front to Logston, off to the right side to Childress with 8 seconds. Grayson's got to get a basket going here with 5 seconds. Childress going to lower his shoulder, picks it up, looking for help with 2 seconds. Off into the corner to Langdon. They don't know how much time's off. He'll throw it up at the buzzer. It wasn't good anyways, and it was after the horn. The end of the first quarter, it's 14-5. Franklin County leads. Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans? From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service. Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
Grayson County trails 14-5 as we start the second quarter of play here from Bowling Green High School. Cougars trailed 4-0 early, came back, took the 5-4 lead, but the Flyers rolled out to a 10-0 run to end that first quarter of play, and they have the 14-5 lead as we start the second quarter of action. As it will be Franklin County to trigger on the inbounds pass. To pass it in will be Tyler Broyles. Broyles to pass in. Looks like he's going to give it off to Russell. So we're underway here in the second quarter of play. Franklin County has the 14-5 lead. Russell's got it on the right wing. Guarded by Haycraft. Passes back out to Russell. Swings it off to the left wing to Antoine. So you got a couple of new players into the game for Franklin County. You got some new players into the game for Grayson County as well, as there's a shot from 18 feet straight away. It's missed by Russell. Dylan Horn gets the loose ball for Grayson County. It's into the game for the Cougars. You've got Gage Napier. He gets his first minutes of this game, and Landon Haycraft re-enters. Braden Childress has it in between the circles. Slaps it off to the far side. Napier, 3 is up, and Napier puts in the 3. His first career 3 and first career shot made from the field. And Grayson County's back in this. 14-8 is the score now with 7:15 left to play here in the second quarter of play. Big 3 made by one of the future stars of the Cougar baseball program as well. Russell straight away in between the circles. Slaps it off to the right wing to Taylor. Taylor into the corner to Broyles. Broyles back out front. Russell thought about stepping into the 3. Jump pass right side Taylor. He'll take the 3. It's a little long. Rebound tapped off and run down long by Russell for Franklin County, and now the ball will go out of bounds off of the Flyers. Into the game for Franklin County is Zachary Perry. High percentage of his shots do come from three-point range for the 6'1" forward from Franklin County. Jack Logston takes one dribble, gets it in the near side to Childress. An outlet pass to Haycraft. Haycraft jump pass inside is saved in bounds by Franklin. It taps around into the hands of Horn. Left side shot good. That's why you don't save the ball back in towards your opponent's basket because of that, Cougars got a 2-on-1 opportunity because of what really was a great save by Broyles. Right side Russell. 3 straight away by Broyles. It's an air ball. Saved in, though, by Franklin County. They get it into Antoine. Taylor jumped high up to grab it. Taylor, 3. He'll put it in near side. Dominic Taylor hits the 3. Over 70% of his shots come from 3. He's second on the team in threes made. And he puts the Flyers up 17-10. Left wing, Horn swings it off to the right side of Childress. He has it poked and taken away by Franklin County. 2-on-1, down to the right side, Russell runs into Logston, and we're going to have a foul called on Jack Logston. For Logston, that'll be his first and the team's third. It is going to be on the floor. Caden Hanshaw comes in. Braden Childress comes out. Multiple subs come back into the game for the Flyers. including Caius White, Zach Cox, Gavin Hurst, and Zach Claudio. They immediately give it into Cox in the right wing, into the near corner to White. White crosses it back to Cox. Cox lets the defender go by. Back to White. 3 up, near side, good. Franklin County is hitting the threes early on. They've got 3 threes from the field and 1 that was fouled on a three-point shot. Haycraft fires down to the right, block by Napier. It was deflected, though, and Hanshaw just had to run it back down and get it back out to the right wing. 20-10, Franklin County leads Grayson County. 5:20 to play here in the first half. Left wing Logston, guarded by Cox, spins down around. Logston flips it up on the left side. The shot's not there, but free throws will come for the 8th grader. It's called on Zach Cox, the foul, his first, team's 3rd. Logston to the line. He will shoot 2. Logston on the season, 75.4% from the free throw line, and he gets the shooter's roll there. That's the epitome of it. Ball bounced on the front of the iron, rolled to the left side, rolled to the right side, rolled to the back side, and rolled in. Second chance coming for Logston. This would make it an 8-point game. It is good. Nothing but net that time for Jack Logston. Those are his first 2 points of the game. And it's 20-12. 5:10 to play here in the first half. White on the left wing. Off to the right side to Cox. Cox picked up and guarded by Haycraft. Grayson County's sticking with their zone pressure. Inside the lane, Hanshaw almost got a jump ball. They're going to give it back into the far side. Driving far baseline is Claudio. He kicks it into the near corner to Cox. Cox picked up by Haycraft. Out front to Claudio. Claudio with a right hand swings it off. Inside now to Perry. Perry kicks it off, and 3 seconds. It's going to be called on the inside on Perry. That's going to give Grayson County the basketball back. 20-12. Franklin County leads Grayson County. 4 minutes and 41 seconds left here in the first half of play from Bowling Green High School. Left wing Haycraft picks up his dribble. Out front in between the circles to Logston. Logston off to the right side to Hanshaw. Nice defense by the Flyers. Right side Napier. Out front to Horn. Horn off to the right side to Logston. Logston, he'll drive far baseline. Spins down the baseline. Lays it in on the right side. What move by Jack Logston. His first shot from the field. And the lead is down to 6 now for Franklin County. Hanshaw almost knocked the ball out. And I think he forgot which way the ball was going there for a second as he was defending towards his own basket instead of the Franklin County basket. And Cox was trying to come back towards his own. And it's a foul called on Hanshaw, his first. Team's 4th. Gavin Hurst to trigger. 4:06 left here in the first half of play. Grayson County trying to come back in this game. Pass in off the hands of Perry. It's going to head towards Grace. No, they're going to say it stays Franklin County basketball. Official Tony Franklin underneath. He had the best angle. They'll pass it in out front to Cox. Ball fake. Cox steps back. 3 right side. Good for Zach Cox. He's got a smooth stroke, and a timeout on the floor is going to be taken here. Not sure which side took it, but I think it might have been Franklin County. We'll take it with them, though. 23-14, 3:56 to go here in the first half. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Zach Cox is having himself a really good game to start. Grayson County trails Franklin County 23-14, 3:56 left to play in the first half. Cox has 2 threes for 10 points overall. That leads all scorers by a good margin. This is the first all-time matchup between these two teams. Franklin County last season missed the 11th region tournament for the first time since 2019 with a 9-20 record. It's after going 15-10 in 2021 and then 16-16 in the 19-20 season. Grayson County ball out of the timeout. Flyers on top, 23-14. Give it into Longston. Longston off to the near side to Hanshaw. Hanshaw will break the timeline right up the middle, blowing past his defender. Hanshaw just takes it to the hole, shots off to the right side. He was off balance. I think he was looking for a foul. It never came. Down inside, flipping it up is Hurst in transition to get the basket. We talked about Franklin County's speed in the open, and they're showing it. They're really an athletic team. They don't have a lot of size, but they're athletic. Ball's knocked out of bounds by White. It's going to stay Grayson County basketball. Braden Childress re-enters. Caden Hanshaw checks out for the Cougars. 25-14, Grayson County with their largest deficit of the game. Childress, an outlet pass to the left wing to Haycraft. Out front to Childress. Childress drives in, kicks it into the near side to Haycraft. Haycraft down to the left block to Horn. Horn gets around the defender, right side shot, fading it away. He's not there, rebounded on the floor by Chenault. Over to the far side, the Flyers looking to push. Left side, jump pass over into the far corner and walking with it. On the far side of the floor was Hurst. 3:04 left here in the first half. 25-14 Grayson County. Trails Franklin County. Cougars got to get it in. Into Longston. Longston picked up by White. Here comes some zone pressure from the Flyers. That's kind of a matchup zone. They play man-to-man, but will bring the double team at the right moment. Left wing Haycraft. Into the near corner to Horn. Horn scans, tries to get it inside, but it's deflected into the hands of Cox. Horn, though, knocks it back and takes it back. And he's bumped and fouled from behind, and if that's on Cox, that'll be his second. The official makes the trot over, and it is on Zach Cox. That is his second. Team's fourth. And that is a big second foul. Jonathan Moore going to keep his player in the game. He does have a sub waiting at the substitution table. If you're Grayson, got to go right at him. It's over into the far corner, Haycraft. He's guarded by Cox to Napier. In between the circles now to Childress. 2:25 to go here in the second quarter. Left elbow, Horn crosses over the far side. Napier, three's up. It's off the back of the iron. Loose ball picked up by Hurst. Hurst looking to push up the near side of the floor. 25-14. Franklin County on top of Grayson County. Handoff pass, White. Swings it out in between the circles to Cox. Deep three straight away is missed. Horn has the rebound, ripped away by Chenault, who puts it in on the right side. 27-14. 1:56 left to play here in the first half. Cougars just need a bucket. Childress has it at the logo for Grayson. When you want to run your high percentage shots. Childress from 18 feet on the right side, out front Horn, slaps it off to Napier, back down to Horn. Horn off to Longston. Grayson County without their second leading scorer, River Blainson, and it's showing in this game. Longston drives down and he's fouled. A reach-in foul is going to be called. Foul called on White, his first, team's fifth. And 2 free throws will come for Jack Longston. Longston 2 of 2 already in this game. The 8th grader stares down the rim, lets it fly. It is good. Free throws have been an issue for this Grayson County team as a whole. Only 58.6%. Spencer Langdon in, and Zach Bratcher in. Dylan Horn and Gage Napier will take a seat. Second chance coming here for Jack Longston. Is good. Rattles in for Longston. 27-16, 90 seconds left in the first half. Franklin County leads Grayson County here from Bowling Green High School, a Saturday afternoon matchup. Right side Taylor. Out front Russell. Russell with the left hand switches it off to the right. Right side Hurst. Gets it into the near corner to Taylor. Taylor back now to Hurst. Hurst ball fake left side into the corner to Russell. Out front to Hurst, who just reached up high with that right hand, and Franklin County appears to be fine to run a little bit of clock here with just 60 seconds left here in the opening half of play. Hurst in between the circles. Hurst now lowers his shoulder, gets down, jump pass far side. Taylor thought about the three, but instead just slows it off. And Franklin County, they've been known to run their offense. In the far corner, Claudio, he's trapped, crosses it, and throws it away. That one almost hit official scorekeeper for today's game, Mr. Cole Snyder on the far side. I think I saw him even flinch a little bit. Either that or he was about to pick it up and he was going to start shooting. Logston will pass in from right in front of the aforementioned Cole Snyder. Be a bounce pass into the back here. 38 seconds left to play here in the first half. It's 27-16. Childress on the left wing. See if Travis Johnston, six-year head coach, will hold for the final shot. Langdon in the far corner. Outside, and appears that that's the decision that he will make here with 20 seconds left in the first half. Cougars trail 27-16. Childress drives down the left side, jump pass back to Bratcher, and a timeout's going to be taken by Travis Johnston with 11.3 seconds left to play in the first half. See if it's a 30 or if it's a full. Have we seen an official signal? It is a 30, taken by Travis Johnston. We're going to keep it here. It's a good timeout, I think, taken by Travis Johnston. That possession was not going well. I think Cougars need a bucket here. You make the score single digits to half, I think you got to feel okay. And this is a talented Franklin County team. Yes, they have a 7-6 record, but they're still good. I mean, they play some tough teams. I mean, they've already this year played Great Crossing twice, who is one of the top teams in the state. Later on this year, they'll face George Rogers Clark. That'll come up on the 31st of January. They'll face both Lexington Christian and Lexington Catholic, Madison Central. I mean, it's a tough team for Grayson County here to play this evening. Be Zach Bratcher to trigger with 11.3 seconds left to play here in the first half. Bratcher gets it into the left wing to Childress. Childress with 9 seconds. Over to the far side to Haycraft. Back now to Childress with 6 seconds. Off to the left side to Logston. Logston will fade it up with 4 seconds. Shot is missed. Long rebound chased down. Throwing the length of the floor by Franklin County, and it is wide right. Tell you what, Gavin Hurst, not surprising, also one of their quarterbacks on the football team, because that one, I mean, it was offline a little bit, but honestly, it looked pretty good. At the half, Franklin County leads Grayson County 27-16, as this is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Cougs trail at the half, 27-16. As first half of play for Grayson County was, you saw some ups and downs. I mean, Cougars without one of their best players today in River Blanson, and it's tough. You've seen it at times. He's a guy that you can really count on. And in the second half, if Grayson is going to want to come back, they're going to have some guys step up, make some shots, and make some plays. It's 27-16 at the half. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll run down some scores from around the region and around the Commonwealth, run down the scoring from this game, and we'll get you ready for the second half of action. Again, your score at the half, Franklin County 27, Grayson County 16. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
With the My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind, and when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs.
Welcome back to the halftime show here from Bowling Green High School, where the Grayson County Cougars trail 27-16 at the half. Coming up here, we'll run down a quick score or two. Boys basketball score. Warren Central leads Louisville Central at the end of the third quarter, 67-47. Our friends down in Graves County, they pick up a big win today. Girls basketball, Graves County defeats Bullitt East 55-51. Barron County, in our game prior to ours today, defeated Muhlenberg County 50-41 in overtime. And that appears that most of the scores that we have to bring in right now, as I'm doing a continuous scroll through, and that appears to be most of it that is coming through here on this Saturday afternoon. And it appears that is most of it. As I do one more scroll through here, and that seems like most of the scoring. Our score, Grayson County trails Franklin County 27-16 at the half. We'll come back. Run down the scoring for the first half of play after this. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to PVA.org to learn how you can make a difference.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind, and when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to Bowling Green High School, where the Grayson County Cougars trail the Franklin County Flyers 27-16 at the half. The Cougars are back out on the floor, getting loose here. The Flyers are just now returning to the floor as we've got about 3 minutes until we come back to action. As first half of action as far as scoring, for Franklin County, it was 10 points for Zach Cox, 5 for Caius White, 4 for Andrew Chenault and Dominic Taylor, 2 each for, I think that's Zachary Perry and Gavin Hurst. For Grayson County, it was 6 points for Jack Logston, 3 each for Landon Haycraft and Gage Napier, and 2 each for Dylan Horn and for Braden Childress. For Grayson County, somebody's got to step up if they want to come back in this game. They're going to have to find a way to, I mean, listen, you're without one of your best players in River Blanton. You got to find a way for somebody to step up, make a shot, get them on a run here to start, because these first, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes of the second half of action are going to be huge for Grayson County to see if they can come back in this basketball game, because, I mean, Franklin County's talented, but we've seen at moments in this game that Grayson County can compete with this team, and they got to know that they can. Take a break. Second half of action comes up next as Grayson County trails Franklin County 27-16. This is Cougar Basketball on the Moose.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Bowling Green High School, where Grayson County trails 27-16 as we start the second half of action. Sam Gormley here with you today. We appreciate you taking the time to tune in here on the Moose and also via K105 Digital Productions. If you're watching the K105 YouTube channel, maybe you're a Franklin County fan joining us or a Grayson County fan, we ask that you hit that red subscribe button. Think of that as if you appreciate having the stream, say that's just a way of saying thank you, and we appreciate that. I know our director today, Chase Blaine, his uncle is locked in and watching. I'm guaranteeing that his uncle has hit that red subscribe button as a way to say thank you for Chase. So you can say thank you to Chase. You can say thank you to our camera operator, Alex. You can say thank you to Dylan Horn, who's passing the ball in right now for Grayson County. And we are underway in the second half of play. In between the circles, Braden Childress has it. Cougars trail this game 27-16. Trying to find some consistent offense from somebody with River Blanton not playing today. Logston leads the team to 6 points. He's got it. Passes it in the near corner to Blanton, or to Brothers, rather. Back off now to Childress, who's going to set back off the offense to Jack Logston. 27-16, 7.5 left to play here in the third quarter. Childress deep on the left wing with a right hand, crosses it near corner, 3 by Brothers is an air ball. Might have gotten part of the backboard. Zach Cox gets the rebound, immediately looking to push up the far side of the floor for the Flyers. Slaps it off into the left wing. Ball fake made by Hurst, and on the ball fake, he took an extra step. 27-16, Franklin County leads Grayson County. 7:15 left to play here in the third quarter. This is one of these things here for Grayson. You've got lots of time left in this game. You just got to start getting some baskets. Top of the key, Horn. Spins around like a top. Finds Logston on the left side. Back out front to Horn. Horn off into the right wing now to Childress. Childress swings it off to Logston. Logston in the far corner to Haycraft. 3, far side is short. Rebound on the floor by Claudio, who quickly moves down the floor. Claudio's bumped and blocked out of bounds by Logston, but not before. He'll go to the free throw line after Braden Childress will presumably pick up the foul for Childress, his first, team's first of the second half of play. And it is going to be on the floor. I thought we were going to have a shooting foul there. Beat a pass in. White throws it out front to Claudio. Claudio to White in the near corner. Guarded by Brothers. Gets around Brothers, drives near baseline. We're going to have a touch foul called on Brothers, his first, team second. Franklin County is named for Benjamin Franklin. Makes sense. And the school mascot, the Flyer, was chosen in honor of his kite experiment. Again, makes sense. I guess it was better than being the Franklin County Franklins or the bifocals or something like that. 3 straight away, good, rattles in by Claudio. His first points of the game. And Franklin County leads 30-16. Left wing Haycraft. Handoff pass to Childress. Childress back now to Haycraft, deep on the left wing. Haycraft's pass knocked out of bounds into the hands of Grayson County's Caden Hanshaw, who is sitting on the bench. Horn to trigger. 6:38 left to play here in the third quarter. It's 30-16. Out front to Childress. Childress drives in, now backs it off. Grayson County's offense just doesn't really have a sense of momentum, and they throw it away. Was it tipped? It was not. Really close to being tipped by White. I didn't have the greatest angle on it. It's a better angle than I usually get, but I think it was the right call. I'm saying no tip. 30-16. Cougars still looking for their first points of the second half of action, while Franklin County is looking to expand upon their lead. Right side Cox passes, and that's knocked out of bounds by Childress. We've had a lot of balls knocked out. Gage Napier re-enters for Grayson. Braden Childress will come out for Grayson County. Give it into Claudio. Very quiet atmosphere here today at Bowling Green High School. Zach Cox, no-look pass out front to White. Thought about the 3, now backs it off. They're going to let him alone. He'll take a deep straightaway 3. It's short. I mean, he took that one from almost WKU's campus. That one was way deep. And the near side, Haycraft. Off to Brothers. That one is clearly knocked out of bounds. It comes and smacks us, too. Down goes one of the cameras, and I hope that camera might have seen better days. That's what we get for trying to do something to do a little different. Langdon comes into the game for Grayson. Give it off to the right side of Haycraft into the near corner to Langdon. He thought about the 3, bounce pass to Horn on the right block. Horn fouled, shot, good. Horn will go to the line to try and convert on the N1. Hurst picks up the foul. His second. Team's first. Horn to the line to try and convert on the N1. 42% from the free throw line this season, but that one was picture perfect. 30-19, Franklin County leads this game. 5.5 to play in the third quarter. Deep 3, straight away, off the back of the iron, and a foul on the rebound is called on Franklin County, I believe is the whistle here. It's called on Chenault. His first, team second. .5:28 left in the third quarter. Outlet pass to Langdon. Langdon tried to fire it down. What a steal, though, by Franklin County as Hurst was able to take it away. Left side Cox. Backs it off now in between the circles. Grayson just trying to get some stops on defense. That was a really nice steal. As that's happened, that extra pass, trying to get it down to the block, has not been there today. And part of that is tip your cap to Franklin County. Out front, Claudio. He'll drive down, fades it from about 7 feet. Not there on the rebound, or not there on the shot. Gage Napier picked up the loose ball for Grayson. Gives it off to Logston. Logston pulls up 10 feet far side. It's short. Rebound bounces around, and it's picked up by Hurst. Hurst up the far side of the floor. Puts the stop sign up and gives it to White. It'll be White that'll take it up the near side. In between the circles to Claudio. Claudio guarded by Napier. Zone defense for Grayson. 4:23 left here in the third quarter. Grayson County trails 30-19 as Zach Cox is just going to back it off and reset up the offense. Cox smiles as he passes off to the left side to Claudio. Bounce pass left wing to White. Inside, trying to turn the corner is Claudio. He loses it, passes it back out front now to Hurst. Hurst off to White. White has Napier jump into his face, nearly throwing it away. Claudio is able to grab it into Chenault. Chenault on the right side, crosses it. Langdon had it and steps out of bounds. Langdon might have been fouled. I think the reason he went out of bounds, I think, was because he might have gotten shoved a little bit. Haycraft comes out for Grayson. In his place is Zach Bratcher. Out front, Cox, deep three straight away. It's off to the right. Rebounded by Logston for Grayson. Logston was triple teamed at one point. Franklin County, a long length of the floor pass to Bratcher. Wide open, left block. Bratcher shot, good. Zach Bratcher, his first points of the game. And it's back to single digits here at 30-21. Micaias White handing it off to Cox. Franklin County's been missing a couple of threes over these last couple of possessions. That's the first time Grayson County been able to take advantage of it. The zone for Grayson. Left side White. Crosses it over to the far side. Claudio has it in the far corner. Claudio drives in, jump pass, but before the jump pass, a foul is called on Grayson County. It's called on Zach Bratcher, his first and the team's third. Caden Hanshaw in, Dylan Horn out. This is a small lineup for Grayson County on the floor right now. I mean, you've got Logston at about 6'4", then Napier, Langdon, Hanshaw, and Bratcher all very short. Inside the lane to Chenault. They immediately go to the big man. Chenault is fouled, and free throws will come. I mean, I don't blame them. They saw that they took Dylan Horn out of the game, and immediately they go right to the big guy. Foul called on Zach Bratcher, his second, team's fourth. Chenault to the line. He's got 4 points in the game. 2 free throws coming for the big man. He leads the team at just under 78%. First free throw, no good, short. Not sure what we're waiting on here for this second free throw. Caden Hanshaw's talking with one of the officials. Not sure exactly what it's about, though. And it must be an equipment issue on Hanshaw. It's something with, I guess, his jersey. Braden Childress comes in. It's something with his jersey. I'm not entirely sure what it might be. So Chenault will try to take the second free throw. And it is good. So he makes the second, 1 of 2. Caden Hanshaw on the bench with some sort of jersey malfunction. If we find out what it is, we'll be sure to let you know. Over into the far side, Childress to the middle to Bratcher, and he's fouled by Cox. For Cox, that is his third, team's third. 31-21, 2:51 left to play in the third quarter. Back into Logston. It's 2-on-2 zone pressure now coming out for Franklin. Childress fires down. Cox, like a wide receiver, goes up and grabs it. Outlet pass to Cox on the far side. Cox on the right wing, lowers the shoulder, gets down, throws it behind him into the far corner, dumping it off inside. Back now to Cox on the left side. Cox throws it up high. Claudio, 3, left side, short. Rebound is going to be a foul called on Chenault as he comes in, made contact from behind. Every official called it. And as I always say, when you know every official calls it, guess what that probably means? Probably means it was a foul. Cox comes out. Taylor comes in his place. 2:26 left to go here in the third quarter. Bratcher off to the left wing to Napier. Napier crosses it to the right side to Childress. Into the corner, Langdon, 3, up, off the back of the iron. The shooter for the 8th grade shooter in his second career game misses the 3, and we're going to have up and down here called on Franklin County as Dominic Taylor just lowered his shoulder, took it to the hoop, jumped up into the air, was trying to pass it, but couldn't get the ball out of his hands by the time he landed. Jonathan Moore, or the head coach for Franklin County, is asking the officials for an explanation. I don't think he necessarily agreed with the explanation, but from my angle, it looked like a good call. Deflected back into the hands of Bratcher. Fires off to Langdon on the right side. Langdon off to Childress. Left wing, Logston. Logston onto the right side to Childress. Pulls up from the right elbow. Good. Braden Childress. He's got 4 points. 31-23, 1:52 to go. Grayson County wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. This is Cougar basketball on K105. Digital Productions and also on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
It's 31-23. Grayson County trails Franklin County with 1 minute and 52 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Grayson County's offense is trying to find that momentum because Franklin County has only scored 4 points in this third quarter of play. I mean, really, you're holding this team to 31 points. They average nearly 60 a game. The defense has not been an issue. It's very similar to the game against Muhlenberg County for Grayson County earlier on this week where they lost in double overtime, and it was 39-39 at the end of regulation. I mean, you hold a team to 39 points in regulation, you're going to win a lot of games. Same thing today. I mean, if you hold a team to about 30 points through 3 quarters, you're going to win a lot of games. Minute 52 to go here in the third quarter. Out of the timeout, it'll be Flyers ball. Cougars sticking back into half-court defense now. They've gone pressure sometimes. Franklin County's speed has burned them a couple of times in the game. Passing down inside, and we're going to have an illegal screen call on Franklin County. Tyler Broyles made a little bit too much contact. That'll be his second, team's 5th. Be Bratcher to trigger. Gets it into Childress in that far corner. Childress into the middle to Bratcher. Slaps it off to Napier. Crosses it to Langdon, who has to run down the pass. A little bit too much on it. Gage Napier showing off why he's a pitcher on the baseball team. He was channeling his inner Edwin Diaz there, throwing some speed. Left wing, driving far baseline is Bratcher. Spins it around, passes out front to Langdon. Langdon drives in, floater inside the free throw line off the back of the iron. Missed on the inside and rebounded and slapped off. Childress saves it inbounds into the hands of Napier on the far side. Grayson keeps it alive. Bratcher 3, far side, off the back of the iron, not there. Napier gets the rebound, off to Logston. Logston drives downhill, left side, fouled. He'll go to the line. What a job by Grayson County to keep that ball alive. Jonathan Moore not happy with his team at all. Foul is called on Chenault, his 3rd, team 6th. Logston to the line to shoot 2. And he gets the first one. Second chance coming for the 8th grader Logston. It is good. He makes them both. And Grayson County inching closer. It's 31-25. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Be interesting to see what Franklin County does here. Do you almost hope for the final shot? They've done it, and they've run long possessions in this game. I'm not sure if that's what they'll decide to do here unless you get a high percentage. Passing off into the far side. Defense by Grayson, 38 seconds. Driving in amongst the trees is Claudio, and a foul is going to be called. Could be on any of about 2 or 3 Grayson County players, and it'll be on Spencer Langdon, his second, team's 5th. And it is going to be a shooting foul for Zach Claudio. Claudio, 69.2% from the charity stripe on the season. He'll have 2 coming here. First one is good. Claudio played some quarterback on the football team as well. 21 of 43 for 269 yards and 4 touchdowns. Also added 276 rush yards, 415 receiving yards. He gets the shooter's roll on the second free throw. He is an offer to play college football at Wilmington College. 33-25, 33 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Cougars trying to come back in this game. Childress right up the middle, into the near corner. Napier, 3, up, just a little bit too long. Rebounded by Logston, underneath. Logston goes up on the shot on the right side. It's short. Another chance coming as it's tapped off. Loose ball picked up by Napier. Napier crosses it, and it's going to be Grayson County ball as it was tapped out of bounds by Taylor. Jack Logston is like a vacuum on the inside, swallowing up the basketball left and right. Kaven Russell comes into the game here for Franklin County. Be Bradshaw to trigger from in front of his own bench, and whistle blown, and we're going to have to talk about something here. And the official saying something to, I guess, Gage Napier. I don't know if Gage did something there. I miss what it does. 15.7 on the clock here in the third quarter. 33-25. Bratcher's got to get it in. He gets it into Napier. Grayson County has a chance here to bring this game to 2 possessions. 10 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter of play. Childress on the right side, 5 seconds now. To the right elbow to Bratcher. Out front to Langdon. Langdon's got to go with 1 second. Back to Bratcher. They don't get a shot off. Bratcher misses the shot anyways. And at the end of the third quarter, it is Franklin County 33, Grayson County 25. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
Oh boy. What? We better get out of here. That clown is about to hit a water line.
He didn't contact 811 to mark the underground utilities.
Nope.
You saw that coming. Too bad he didn't.
Know what's below. 811 before you did.
With the My Social Security account, you can request a replacement Social Security card, estimate your benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount.
It's 33-25 as we start our final quarter of play from Bowling Green High School. As Grayson County holds Franklin County in that quarter. 6 points. Grayson County scored 9 points. I mean, listen, if the offense can start coming around, the defense for Grayson County really over these past couple of games has not been the issue. It's just, I mean, you're scoring 44 points, 53 points in 2 overtimes. And then right now at the start of the fourth quarter, 25 points. Be Tyler Broyles to pass in from right in front of our broadcast location. He gets it into Zach Cox. Cox has it in between the circles. Off to the left wing to Dominic Taylor. Cross it to the right side to Claudio. Claudio inside to Chenault. Chenault over top of Logston. The shot's good, and it'll go to the free throw line. Jack Logston came down just ever so slightly to pick up his second foul and the team's 6th. Chenault to the line to try and convert on the N1. Leads the team 77.7 75%. That one is no good. Haycraft picks up the loose board for Grayson. Grayson County trails by 10. An outlet pass to the left elbow to Horn. Horn looking for help, crosses it to Langdon on the right side. Langdon into Horn on the right side. Horn spins towards the far side. Shots missed. Just a little bit too short on it for Horn, but free throws will come for Dylan Horn. And a foul is called on, I think they called that on Claudio. It is on Claudio. It's only his first. It is the 7th team foul, though, so free throws will come for the remainder of this game. First one for Horn is missed. Horn was 1 of 1 in the game prior to that point. Second chance coming for the Grayson County big man. It's good. Nothing but net there for Horn. It's a 9-point game. 35-26. 7:35 to go here from Bowling Green High School. Game 2 of their classic being played all day today. Into the far corner. A 3 is up by Taylor. It's off the back of the iron. Rebound ripped away by Logston. It's saved back in, though, by Franklin County to Cox. Cox lowers in. Blocked by Horn on the inside. Franklin keeps it alive. Right wing 3 by Taylor. That's off the back of the iron. Logston comes down with a loose ball, and he's going to be fouled by Claudio, and that's going to be free throws coming for Grayson County's Jack Logston. He'll shoot 1 in the bonus. Zach Claudio was not happy with the foul, and he very well could get a technical foul. The officials asking him, he threw the ball away. And the official, I'll tell you what, Claudio's real close to maybe giving Jack Logston a couple more free throws. Is what the official wanted, and we saw that as Logston shooting 1 in the bonus. He misses the first free throw. And now we're going to have a foul called on Grayson County on the rebound. We'll see who the foul's called on. It's called on Horn. That is his second. And that'll be free throws now for Franklin County. But we saw that happen in a Grayson County game a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember which game it was, but it happened to River Blanton, where River, I didn't see what had happened, but the ball ended up rolling away, and I think River might have had a frustration, kind of rolled it away, and the official said, hey, go pick it up and give it to me. It was the same thing that happened there. The free throw is not there, missed by Taylor. Loose ball is a, do we have a timeout? Timeout taken by Grayson as the Cougars have the ball. 7:04 to go. It's 35-26. It's Cougar basketball on the Moose.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
Travis Johnson took that 30-second timeout. It will be Grayson County basketball with 7:04 to go. They trail Franklin County 35-26. As the scoreboard has Grayson County now with just 2 timeouts remaining. I have them with 3. I don't trust myself, but I don't remember them taking a 3rd timeout. That doesn't mean anything. Logston's got it for Grayson. 7 minutes to go. Some missed free throws by Grayson has allowed for the Flyers to just stay ahead at this 9-point advantage. At the volleyball line, Braden Childress has it for Grayson. Passes it in the near corner to Logston, or that is Langdon, rather. Out front, Childress. Childress spins at the free throw line, spins back towards the middle, gives it off to Haycraft. A deep left wing 3 is no good. Somehow that didn't fall. Franklin's got the rebound. They're pushing up the far side, goes Cox, layup good. I'm not sure I've ever seen a ball stay on the rim longer than that one from Haycraft. Here comes Braden Childress. He'll drive down coast to coast, too hard on the layup. Cox comes down to the loose ball for Franklin, and we're going to have a foul called after the play on, away from the ball. Foul is called on Franklin. It's called on Zach Claudio, his 3rd, team's 9th. 1-1 coming for Jack Logston as He must have, I saw Jack Logston hit the deck, must have pulled him down. Logston shooting one in the bonus. He missed the front end last time. He had made his first 6 prior to that point, and he gets back on track with the made free throw there. That makes it back to a 10-point game now at 37-27, 6:17 to go. There's a lot of time left in this game for Grayson. Second one's good for Logston. And the defense has been pretty good tonight. I mean, sure, there have been some defensive lapses, but that's what you expect. I mean, you can't, no team plays 100% perfect defense. Passing down inside to Chenault on the right block over top of Logston. Shot is missed. Rebounded by Haycraft for Grayson. He tried to keep his dribble going. Somehow is able to keep his pivot foot in line. Off to Childress, weaving through at the free throw line. Gives it off to Logston. Ball fake. Logston, right wing three. It is not there. Cox picks up the loose ball. An outlet pass. Cox has it on the far side of the floor. Cox backs it off deep on the right wing. 5:40 to go. 37-28. Cougars trying to come back in this game, but they're missing shots. Cox looks back at the second-year head coach, Jonathan Moore. Moore also is head coach at Carroll County. And we're going to – Dylan Horn needed to tie his shoe, and the official underneath said, well, if we're just going to dribble this ball, we'll let him tie his shoe. And that also allows for a sub in for Grayson. Gage Napier comes in place of Spencer Langdon. Now Franklin's going to pass it out. I'm not sure I've ever seen that. That's kind of funny. Bounce pass right side, Cox. Now here comes the Grayson County defensive pressure. Dylan Horn said, I just need to tie my shoe and I can start coming up playing some defense. Passes over into the far side, into the far corner to Cox. And a foul is going to be whistled on Grayson County. Horn picks up a foul. It is his third, team's 8th. 1-1 coming for Zach Cox, 60% free throw shooter. Cox is a track and field offer from Midway University. They'll shoot 1-1 here. It is short, and Napier picks up the loose ball for Grayson County. Cougars up the far side. Left wing, Haycraft. Out front to Napier. Thought about the 3. Gives it to Logston on the right side. Chenault is in his face. Logston gets around Chenault. Came back in. Floating it in is Jack Logston on the interior. Logston's got 12. It's a 7-point game now. 4:50 left to go. Grayson County trails by 7. Cox, the top of the key, guarded by Haycraft. Jump pass out front. Reaching out high to grab it was Broyles. Back now left side. This is it off into the corner to Broyles. Inside Chenault. Euro step blocked by Horn. We're going to have a jump ball, and that's a good call. Grayson County's going to get the ball. Dylan Horn, great defense on the inside, and a technical foul has just been issued on somebody. On Claudio, I believe. We'll see who the call a technical foul. No, it's on the coaching staff. It's on Jonathan Moore. He picks up a technical foul, and free throws will come, and I like it. Jack Logston heard the whistle, immediately walked over, and he's standing at that free throw line. Jonathan Moore pleading his case to the official. Jack Logston's first free throw is good. Makes it a 6-point game now, 37-31. Second chance, Logston, good, he makes them both. It's a 5-point game now at 37-32, 4:25 to go. They're going to talk this over now, I think, to see where the ball is going to be inbounded from. Dylan Horn came up and asked the official, said, where are we going to put it? I think they're going to inbound it from right in front of our vantage point. 4:25 to go. It is Franklin County 37, Grayson County 25. It'll be Horn to pass in from the right of our vantage point. He just let us know and said that they're making sure that the arrow didn't change because of the technical foul. Now they're going to talk it over and talk with our official scorer, Cole Snyder. I don't know that we can trust him over there. We might need to, you never know with him. Here we go. We're ready to roll. It'll be horn to trigger. And he throws it into the backcourt. Jack Logston has it. 37-32. It's a 5-point game. 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a pro to be in courtside. We never get explanations. Logston drives in at the rim. Can't get it to go in, but more free throws coming for Jack Logston. Foul called on Tyler Broyles, his third, team's 10th. So double bonus coming for Grayson the remainder of the game. It'll be 2 free throws regardless, though, for Jack Logston. And the first one is good for Logston. Logston is 11 of 12 from the free throw line in this game. He's got 15 points. That one is good as well. It is a 3-point game. 37-34. 4:10 to go. The Cougs have come back to make it a ball game. Passing off. Broyles to the left wing. Claudio has it. Out front, swings it off right side. Taylor into the far corner. Out front to Claudio. Grayson County trying to come back. They've trailed by double digits for a large portion of this game, but the defense in the second half has been nothing short of terrific for Grayson County. In the near side, ball knocked out of bounds by Logston. Got a sub into the game here. It'll be Caius White in for Franklin County. Jonathan Moore, the head coach for Franklin County, has been tied to his bench after picking up a technical foul. Inside, Chenault, left side, good for Chenault. He turned the corner and gets the basket. And it's back to a 5-point advantage now for Franklin County, 39-34, 3.5 to go here in this game. Logston, left wing, screen from Horn. Logston takes it to the hole right side, not there, but more free throws coming for Jack Logston. We have a whistle blown, and a technical foul's been called on someone else. Has been called on Franklin County. Another technical is called on Franklin on the inside. So we have a foul called on Chenault, and a technical foul is called on oh, no, that's a technical on Chenault, so he picks up his fourth foul and gets a technical. So because of that, he's out of the game. The leading scorer for Franklin County fouls out with 9 points. That is a huge change in this game. After complaining to the officials, into the game now, Zachary Perry for Franklin County. Jack Logston's going to get 4 free throws, and the first one is good. Reminds me a lot of the Nicholas County game for Jack Logston, where he went 14 of 19 from the free throw line. Second one is good by Logston. Back to a 3-point game. Jack Logston might have to call up second free throw, good, or third free throw rather for Logston is good. I'll have one more. You have to call up, maybe get Chris Siebold on the line, former Grayson County football assistant. You might have to slip him some money. He finally misses one. That was that was a lot longer than that, if I can count right. Logston had made 9 straight, and now they throw it away on the inbounds pass. They threw it to the backcourt. Logston wasn't ready for it. He had to jump off and throw it back. It's 39-37. Grayson County trails by 2. Pull-up jumper is missed by Franklin. Logston with another rebound. He has been incredible tonight for Grayson in place of River Blanson. Logston on the left wing. Cougars trail by 2 points. In the lane, Logston falls down, and did we have a foul? We did. Logston back to the line. It's on Broyles. That is his 4th. Logston 2 more. Makes the first. That makes it a 1-point game with 3:02 to go. Logston, the 8th grader, to try and tie the game. He does. 39-39. 3:02 to go. The Cougs have come back from a double-digit deficit to tie the game up. White blows past Napier. Slows down, though, and has it deep on the right wing. What a run by Grayson County. Bobbling it was Broyles. He was able to give it back now to Cox. Right side. Handoff pass to White. lowering the shoulder, getting down, off to Broyles. 3 near side is an air ball into the hands of Jack Logston. Logston outlet pass to Childress. Childress speeds up the floor, lowers the shoulder, kicks it into the near corner. Ball fake by Haycraft, spinning around, jump pass outside to Childress. Back now to Haycraft. He'll take the 3 near side for the lead. It is missed. Run down long on the rebound by White. White up the far side of the floor for Franklin County. 39 all. 2:15 to go. Jumper by White, good. Franklin County retakes the lead. We have a timeout taken on the floor. It'll be a 30-second timeout taken by Franklin County. It is 41-39 with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. What a game we have had here today. Grayson County looked to be, for the most part, dead in the water, but they have come back to just tie the game a moment ago, playing extremely well in this game, as we will have Grayson County ball out of the timeout. They're going to bring it out. And coming back into the game here as we come back. 2:13 to go, 41-39. Grayson County trails by 2 points. Jack Logston has been made his living at the free throw line in this game. Left wing Logston, he'll pull up a left wing 3. Good! Logston hits in a deep left wing 3. Cougs have the lead. 42-41, 1:54 to go. Logston says, you think I can only shoot free throws? I can do that too. White drives in around Napier. Bounce pass too low for Broyles. He had to spin around to grab it. Back off now to Cox with 1:40 to go. It is 42-41. Grayson County with a 1-point advantage. Cox straight away. Off to the right side. White thought about pulling up a deep 3. Gage Napier, the defender for Grayson, was just daring him. Cox down the left lane. Back out front now. Ball fake, hand off to Cox. Cox will drive in. Jump pass out into the far corner. Driving far baseline. Kicking it into the near corner. Broyles bobbles the pass. He's going to drive near baseline. Flips it up. Not there, but it'll be fouled by Grayson. It'll either be on Logston or Horn. It'll be on Horn. That is his 4th. Free throws will come for Tyler Broyles. He will have 2. His first free throws of the game. He's a 64.3% free throw shooter. First one is no good. Grayson County leads 42-41 with 1:14 to go. They have come back from a double-digit deficit. Second free throw. No good. He misses them both. Rebound on the floor, though, is chased down by the Flyers. That's a tough break. Broyles has it. He'll drive, kicking it off to the far side. A 3 by Perry off the back of the iron, and a shove on the rebound is going to be called on Franklin County. Free throws will come for Dylan Horn. It's on Broyles. That's his 5th. He will foul out of the game. 2 players now for the Flyers have fouled out. Dylan Horn will get 2 free throws. Shooting the double bonus, he's 2 of 3 in this game. Grayson County leads the game 42-41 with 1:04 to go. Free throw. No good by Horn. 1:04 to go. Your timeout situation. The scoreboard has it 3 for Franklin County, 2 for Grayson County. For Grayson, it is full timeouts. And that free throw is missed by Horn. He misses them both. 2 big misses by the Cougars. It's 42-41, 1 minute to go. Grayson County has the 1-point advantage. Zach Cox has it on the left wing. Passes out front, handoff past Cox. Drives in, now backs it off to the right side with 45 seconds to go. And see if the Flyers might hold for the final shot. They might. Cox on the right side. Spins it off into the far corner to Hurst. Hurst backs it off now. 32 seconds to go. Grayson County leads 42-41. It appears the Flyers will be fine to run down the rest of this clock. Cox backs it off now. 20 seconds to go. Cox drives in amongst the trees, flips it up, right side shot, too hard. Rebounded by Logston. He's fouled with 16.6 seconds to play. And the Cougars will go to the free throw line with a chance to expand upon their lead. Perry picks up the foul, his first. Logston will have 2 more free throws coming for Grayson County. First one, good for Jack Logston. He'll get 1 more. That's 25 points and counting now for Jack Logston. Second one off the back of the iron, it's missed, so it's a 2-point game. 14 seconds to go. Timeout taken by Franklin County. I believe it'll be a full timeout. If it is, we'll take it with them. 43-41, 12.2 seconds to go, and it is a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Hi, can I help you?
I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Can I help you?
Yeah, just wanted to say thanks.
For what?
For all the money that's been flying out of your drafty windows and doors this winter. It's just so generous of you. So, we wanted to say thanks.
We?
Yeah, the whole neighborhood's here.
Stop throwing your money out the window. Visit us at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
We know windows and doors.
The builder's choice.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to pva.org to learn how you can make a difference.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
What a ball game we've had here this afternoon from Bowling Green High School. 43-41, Cougars lead by 2. Franklin County will have the ball. 12.2 seconds left in the ball game. Jack Logston, 25 points in this game. They're going to pass it into the backcourt to Caius White. You've got 10 seconds on the clock. It's a 2-point game at 43-41. Bounce pass inside to Cox, driving baseline, and a foul is going to be called on Grayson County with 5.8 seconds to play. I believe it's called on Landon Haycraft, his first, team's 10th. 2 free throws will come for Zach Cox. He's 0 of 1 in this game. First one, no good. He misses the free throw. If he'd have made them both, it'd have tied the game with 5.8 seconds to play. Travis Johnston, the coach for Grayson, is saying box out like you've never boxed out before. Let's see if they might even go for a miss here. Cox makes the second one. 43-41. Timeout on the floor taken, I believe, by Franklin County. It is a 1-point game, 5.8 seconds to play. Grayson County leads by 1 point. 42 for Franklin County, 43 for Grayson County. Sam Gormley here with you on the call. It's been a great game here today, and if you're Grayson County, you have got to, I think if you're Travis Johnson, you look up and down that bench, and obviously the one guy you want to get the ball in the hands with is Jack Logston. 18 of 21 on free throws in this game, 25 points. So 18 of his 25 points have come from the free throw line. But if Jack's not ready for it, you got to look up and down that bench and say, who's going to make your free throws in this situation? You got to get them the ball. You're going to get 2 of them. You make them both. And for the most part, you can't lose the game in regulation. You'll at least force into overtime if they hit a desperation 3, unless you foul on the 3-point shot. And like I always say in that situation, hands straight up, and if they hit the 3, you tip your cap and say, let's go on in overtime. Got to get the ball in. Grayson County does have timeouts. 5.8 seconds on the clock. Got to imagine they're drawing something up for Logston. They immediately get it into him, and he is fouled by Claudio. For Claudio, that'll be his 4th. Jack Logston back to the free throw line. 4.6 seconds on the clock. It is 43-42 Grayson County. 2 free throws coming for the 8th grader, Jack Logston. He's 18 of 21. Logston, all by himself, stands at the free throw line. His teammates stay back on defense. First free throw, Logston. Good. Nothing but net for Logston. That makes it a 2-point game. 44-42. 4.6 on the clock. Franklin does have a timeout. Should they want to use it? Second chance. Logston got it. 3-point game. Timeout taken here by Grayson County. 4.6 seconds to go. Jack Logston, 27 points, 3 off of his career high. Grayson County in this game has been without their second leading scorer, River Blanton. He's not played today. And I'll tell you what, early in the third quarter, you had to be worried if you were Travis Johnston in this Grayson County team, but they have played extremely, extremely hard. They've played well, and I think all of the fans here got to be happy. Now, if you're Franklin, 4.6 on the clock, you're down by 3 points, got to hit a three. You don't have time to go for a quick layup. It's not in college or the NBA as well, or women's college basketball in the NBA where you can advance the ball. So Franklin County will have it underneath of the Grayson County basket. So they're going to have to go the length of the floor and hit a three. If you're Grayson County, there's one thing you can't do. Or maybe they do it before the shot. Do you foul? Something to consider. 4.6 seconds on the clock. You foul? The philosophies on that depends on the coach. I'm not sure what Travis Johnston's philosophy is. I'm not sure it's something we've ever discussed. And I don't know that there is a right decision. 45-42. Grayson County leads by 3 points, 4.6 seconds on the clock. Franklin County's got to get the ball in. Zach Cox will pass in. Got to imagine that's going to be a pass in and something back to him to let him run up the floor. That's at least what I would draw up. They're going to pass it back, and here it comes. 4.6 seconds on the clock. Into White. White's got it over on the far side with 1 second. Back off three at the buzzer. No good! Grayson County storms back from a double-digit deficit to pick up a 45-42 win. What a W for the Grayson County Cougars, coming back and picking up a huge, huge, huge win today against a talented Franklin County team. The 3-game losing streak is over. Jack Logston steps up in a huge way. 27 points, 20 of 23 from the free throw line. We'll come back, jump into the fifth quarter show after this. Your final score, Grayson County 45, Franklin County 42. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
My brother was wounded in Mosul, Iraq in 2005 during a combat mission. The injuries he suffered that day are still with him. He has partial vision and hearing loss. He has a traumatic brain injury, and probably most severe is his post-traumatic stress. But the bomb that blew him up, it really kind of blew up my life right along with it. Caregiving was new and scary. I was really isolated and on my own, and I didn't reach out. And that ultimately led me to a point in my life where I contemplated suicide. One of the resources that we had known about after my brother was wounded was Wounded Warrior Project. And once we discovered that Wounded Warrior Project not only had programs for my brother, but they had them for me and my son as well, we really began engaging with other families, and it turns out there's a lot of them who are just like ours.
I'm William Shatner. I've been around a long time, but I'm truly humbled when I see the real battles our brave, paralyzed veterans have faced defending our freedom.
I was on a routine patrol, and we were in the desert of Kuwait, and the vehicle flipped and landed on top of me, which left me paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, folks, this is heroism. That's why I'm proud to support Paralyzed Veterans of America. Go to PVA.org to learn how you can make a difference.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting
Welcome back here to Bowling Green High School, where Grayson County picks up an impressive win by a final score of 45-42 against Franklin County. I'm joined now by the head coach of the Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston, and coach Jack Longston. You mentioned in the pregame that somebody needed to step up. And through 3 quarters, I'm sure you were probably thinking, is somebody going to step up? And then Jack for the game, 20 of 23 from the free throw line, 27 points. I mean, you did everything you needed.
Yeah, huge 3 there at the end.
Rebounded?
He rebounded very, very, very good tonight without having River and Dylan having to control the big guy. We were small everywhere else, so we told him he was going to have to go get rebounds tonight, and he did, which led him to get to the free throw line a little bit when they fouled there at the end. So I'm very proud, very impressed with everybody of how they handled having 2 guys out, because I tell you, Rivers arguably our best player, 14 and 8. Hayden was coming along great. He was getting ready to start seeing a lot more minutes, and unfortunately for him, he's out. But everybody stepped up. Thought Braden played well. Thought Zach played really well off the bench. I thought Landon was great. And then if you notice, somebody who hadn't played very much was in at the end of the game with Gage. And I think he'll start to see some more minutes just because he's a smart kid and he's tough and he can shoot the ball. We didn't shoot the ball very good tonight, but we were still able to come away with a win.
I thought defensively you all were really good today. I mean, Todd County, you had some moments where you were good defensively, and I know you mentioned Muhlenberg. You were pretty happy with your defense as a whole. I mean, tonight, you held them in the third quarter to 6 points. Only one of those shots was made from the field, and they in the second half, 15 points.
Yeah.
You're going to win a lot of games if you do that.
And we were in zone for most of the game with how small we were, and then there towards the end, they started to hold it a little bit with about 6-7 minutes to go or something like that, maybe 5. So we switched back to our man, and our man was really good. Of course, it helped the big boy got in foul trouble for them, but we really guarded. Landon did a great job on 23. He's a really good player, very quick. And
he is, yes.
And then we kept him out of the lane, and we rebounded. We rebounded well. We gave up loud offensive rebounds, which, in my terminology there, that means that they scored off of them. But we didn't give up very many in the second half, and that's credit to, in particular, Jack and Dylan, because they were beasts inside.
I remember back in the 1920 season, the Nolan Chartier year when he was a senior, he missed down the stretch. It was like a week or two before the district tournament. He missed at least one game. I remember. Bullet East, yes, at home. And I know, if my memory's right, you all lost that game, but that was a good team, and you didn't lose by. It was a closer game.
15.
Yeah, but your kids played hard, and they had to learn how to play without Nolan. Do you think your players today learned how to play without River?
I'm laughing about that because me and Brett talked about that on the way up here, and we talked about how after that game we go on the road and beat Whitesville Trinity.
Here, I got it right here.
We go and beat St. Mary's. We go on the road and beat Davis County. We threw in a slop game against Edmondson because that was thrown in the last Thursday. It was a snow game. We had to play it. And then we come and play our best 2 games after that with Hancock and Edmondson County in the district. So we were just talking about that on the way up here, and I think it can be. This was a good win for us. I wouldn't say we had to have it, but it lets us breathe a little bit. We don't have a game Tuesday. We play a district game next. It lets us catch our breath a little bit because we've we've hit some hard losses, especially after that double overtime game on Tuesday. It allows us to catch our breath and go back and look at everything, because I forgot who I was talking to. I told them that we play hard. Go back and look at the teams we've played. I mean, South Warren almost knocks off Bowling Green. Todd County's 10-6. I think the worst record that we've lost to is Muhlenberg, and they're not 3-11 when the Johnson kid plays.
No, you saw that today.
Yeah, he's very good. So the record of our teams, which is usually each year, is very, very, very good. And I would say the worst loss we have would maybe be that Muhlenberg game. But that's a good team. They can really guard you. So,
and you were the first team to really play them healthy.
Yep, that's the healthiest they've been all year. So I really think that I know everybody looks at records, 6-10 now, whatever it is. This was a big win for us. But this stretch that we go through allows us to reevaluate ourselves, understand what it's going to take. Don't give us fool's gold. Understand what it's going to take for us to win the district, and we really get to look at ourselves in the mirror based off losses. And tonight was a great win to be able to get one, and I think hopefully we've looked ourselves in the mirror long enough to where we can start rolling a little bit.
Your next game is one that I can almost guarantee they've been counting down the days in Morgantown.
I would hope so.
Since whatever it was, February, whatever it was, where you went down there, they were the 1 seed hosting the district tournament, and you beat them. Got to imagine that they have had this date circled since that day, however long it's been, 11 months. They're different than the last time you saw them. I know Henderson's not there anymore. Yeah. Fleener's not there anymore, but the Rice kid's gotten a lot better. And then you throw in Ty Price, who can drop 40 without even blinking and probably breaking a sweat. How do you take this? Moving into a game on Friday that that other team, probably more than any other game on their entire schedule this entire year, wants to win.
Well, we have to understand the mentality of that first. We talked about that against Edmonson County after the game, where if you watched how intense they were and how kind of laid back we were, we had to understand that we've won 4 out of 5. We beat Butler. We beat Trinity last year in the district by comeback wins. They're not happy about that. and we would –
Nor should they be.
No, they shouldn't. And based on rankings and stuff, maybe we were number 4 in the district preseason, but that doesn't mean anything to them. They know that we won last year. They're trying to take them down. It's almost like that old saying, it's everybody's home game, how Kentucky was everybody's home game all the time. Yeah, everybody's Super Bowl. That's who we are to the district right now, whether they're better than us, whatever it may be, talent-wise or whatever, but that's how they look at it. We have to understand that, and we have to have the same attitude it's your Super Bowl, but it's going to be our Super Bowl tonight too. So,
well, Coach, I appreciate it. We look forward to, I guess, Friday is be the next time we see you.
Those were some long-winded, very well-thought-out responses, weren't they, Sam?
So. I thought so. I mean, clearly we didn't have to bring Brett in or something. Might not have been good. You might have been a little tired after that double overtime game, right?
Yeah.
Probably a good thing that we didn't talk to you. Got the Coyotes here going up against Ohio County. I'm excited. I like that. Coyotes. You don't see that very often.
You haven't seen them very much.
No.
Where are they from, Tennessee? Something?
I think something like that. They're not from Kentucky, I can tell you that. Well, I appreciate it. Have a good week, and we'll see you next week. That's head coach Travis Johnson. Cougars kind of a comeback win today. This is Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
She used to dance and dream of a better life, a brighter future. Today, thanks to Children International and friends like you, she dances for the world. Together, we give children in poverty a chance to set their sights high and achieve their dreams. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to Bowling Green, where Grayson County picks up the 45-42 win against Franklin County. Coach Johnson was a little bit early for us. So to get you ready for the fifth quarter show, we will not talk to him since we've already done that. But we'll run down the scores from this game and the scoring from around the region. Big one just came in, a final score from the third region. I get to again shout out the alma mater and actually have a reason to. That comes up next here on The Moose.
Every 3 minutes, a baby is born with a cleft, making it difficult to talk, hear, eat, and even breathe. Many won't receive the treatment they need to thrive. Through training and financial support, Smile Train gives the power of healing back to local communities so they can provide life-changing surgeries and other services at no cost to families. Help us change the world one smile at a time.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
You may have heard that the American Legion helps honor our fallen heroes.
Or that the American Legion helped write the GI Bill, enabling veterans to get a college education.
And yeah, you've heard us tell a good story or two.
But did you know that the American Legion does so much more for our veterans?
From advocacy on Capitol Hill to serving others in our communities, the American Legion continues its tradition of strengthening America through service.
Learn more about supporting veterans in your community by visiting legion.org.
Navigating the maze of Medicare enrollment can be a confusing and overwhelming experience. State Health Insurance Assistance Programs, or SHIP, are experts on Medicare.
I felt like this place could really help me out.
They were so nice and helpful on the phone. I really do appreciate the fact that they take us seriously.
Local, unbiased, and trusted Medicare help. Contact the SHIP office in your area to make an appointment.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Bowling Green High School, where the Grayson County Cougars have a comeback victory against Franklin County by a final score of 45-42. See a score or two from around the region. In girls basketball, McCracken County defeats Breckenridge County 67-42. In girls basketball, Bowling Green defeats leads Louisville Butler 32-11. That score is at the half. Warren Central in boys basketball defeats Louisville Central 89-61. And it seems to be most of the scores, but maybe the most important one that comes to me is that in girls basketball, the Cooper Lady Jaguars, the proud alumnus of yours truly, defeats Meade County 72-39 in girls basketball. That's a final score for the team that was ranked second in the third region girls basketball media poll. That was Meade County. So again, I get to give a shout out to my alma mater and actually can tie it in locally because that's a region team. I actually have a reason to do it. Cougars win tonight. We'll wrap it up after this. Cougar basketball on the Moose.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Connection. It's the name of the game in Grayson County Schools. Connection with students, with colleagues, with community, through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connections that teach, that encourage, that build confidence, that show together we can, preparing students for life, equipped with real and real-world skills for success. Together, we are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Bowling Green High School, where the third game of action has just gotten underway. It's West Creek, Tennessee against Ohio County. Ohio County has the early 3-0 lead right now, but right on cue, a 3 by the Coyotes of West Creek. Got to give them a shout out. I love that. That's not one that we see all the time. Grayson County won the second game of the day here by a final score of 45-42. The scoring from it, Zach Cox, 13 points for Franklin County, 9 for Andrew Chenault, 5 for Caius White and Zach Claudio, 4 for Dominic Taylor, 2 apiece for Gavin Hurst and Zachary Perry. For Grayson County, Jack Logston was the man today, 27 points, 20 of 23 from the free throw line. 6 points for Dylan Horn, 4 points Braden Childress, 3 apiece for Landon Haycraft and Gage Napier, and 2 for Zach Bratcher. Cougars pick up the big comeback win. They trailed by double digits in this game, and 45-42 is the final score for Grayson County. Looking ahead to next week, the Lady Cougars will be with them on Monday as they will take on Warren East, just on the other side of Bowling Green from where we are right now. A good restaurant across the street from that we might have to hit up on the way back. It's our director's favorite, so we might have to. Oh, too bad he's not going to be there. Might have to bring him some later on. But we'll be there. 7:30 tip-off of that game. We'll be having all of the coverage for that on K105 Digital Productions and on K105. And then next Friday, it's a big one. Girl-boy doubleheader in Morgantown. As Grayson County, Butler County will have it on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. Our coverage begins at about 5:40. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work today. Your camera operator was Alex Cook, and your director was Chase Blaine. So tonight, where Grayson County has a big comeback victory to defeat Franklin County by a final score of 45-42. This is Sam Wormley saying, so long, everyone.